welcome to our final group class dramatic interpretation. This is a scene from Virgil's Aeneid, and it's one of the opening chapters or books in which Troy is finally conquered by the Greeks, who have been fighting it for 10 years, and this is the scene at which the Greeks finally seduce the Trojans through the Trojan horse and burn Troy down, and we are going to enact the tragedy and the drama of it all, so enjoy.
Come weather, dear guest, and tell us from the beginning the Greek stratagems, the ruins of your towns, and your seafaring. Now the seventh summer brings you here from wandering lands and seas.
The room fell silent, and all eyes were on him as Father Aeneas in his high couch began.
Sorrow too deep to tell, your majesty. You order me to feel and tell once more how the Danes leveled the dust, the splendor of our mourned forever kingdom. Heartbreaking things I saw with my own eyes, and myself a part of. But if so great desire moves you to hear the tale of our disasters, briefly recall the final throes of Troy. However I may shudder at the memory and shrink again in grief, let me begin.
Knowing their strengths broken in warfare, turned back by the fates, and years, so many years, having slipped away, the Danan captains, by the divine handicraft of Pallas, built a horse of timber, tall as a hill, and sheathed its ribs with plankings of cut pine. This they gave out to be an offering for a safe return by sea, and the word went round. But on the sly, they shut inside a company of their picked soldiery, chosen by lot, crowding the vaulted cavern in the dark, the horse's belly with men fully armed.
Oh, my poor people! Men of Troy, what madness has come over you? Do you believe the enemy truly gone? A gift from the Danes and no ruse? If you've known Ulysses, he's not this way. Achaeans must be hiding in this timber, or just built to butt against our walls and peer over into our houses, pelt the city from the sky. Some crookedness is this thing. Have no faith in this horse. Whatever it is, even when the Greeks bring gifts, I fear them, gifts and all.
But now look, Hillman, shepherds of Dardania, raising a shout, an unknown fellow with hands tied behind. This all he himself had planned, volunteering, letting them come across him, so he could open up Troy to the Achaeans. Sure of himself this man was, braced forward either way, to work his trick or die.
Whoever you may be, the Greeks are gone. Forget them now. You shall be ours. Now answer me these questions. What is this thing, this horse? Where did it come from? Who designed it? Is it religious or a means of war?
If any hand here violates this gift to great Minerva, then extinction awaits.
This fraud of Sion, his accomplished line, won us over. A tall tale, fake tears had captured us, whom neither Diomedes nor Lycian's Achilles overpowered, not for 10 long years, nor all their 1,000 ships.
Open wide, the horse emitted men. Gladly they dropped out, captains first, into the darkened city. Buried deep in sleep and wine, they made their way, cut the few sentries down, let in their fellow soldiers at the gates, and joined their combat companies as planned.
Now Priam, in the very midst of death, could neither spare his peace nor hold his anger.
For what you've done, for what you've dared, if there's a care in heaven for atrocity, may the gods render a fitting thanks and reward you as you deserve. You forced me to look on the destruction of my own son, defile the father's eyes with death. The great Achilles you claim to be the son of, and you lie was not like me to Priam, was not like you to Priam, his enemy. To me, I threw myself upon his mercy, and he showed compunction, gave me back for burial the bloodless corpse of Hector, and returned me to my own realm.
That was the end of Priam's age, the doom that took him off. With Troy in flames before his eyes, his towers had long fallen. He that in other days had once ruled in pride so many peoples and lands the power of Asia.
For the first time that night, inhuman, shuddering took me, head to foot. But the moment, clear before my eyes, never before so clear, in the pure light stepping before me, radiant through the night, my loving mother came, immortal, tall, lovely as the lords of heaven know her. Catching me by the hand, she held me back, then with her rose-red mouth, reproved me.
Son, why let such suffering goad you on to fury past control? Will you not revisit the place you left your father worn and old? Or find out if your wife, Carusa, lives, and the young boy, Ascanius? All these cut off by Greek troops foraging everywhere. Had I not cared for them, fire by now would have taken them. Their blood glutted the sword. The harsh will of the gods, it is. The gods that overthrow the splendor of this place and bring Troy from her height into the dust. Look over there. The cloud that curtains you and films your mortal sight. The fog around you, I'll tear it away. Have no fear of doing your mother's will, or buck at obeying her.
So in the end, as the night waned, I rejoined my company. And there, in my astonishment, I found new refugees in a great crowd. Men and women gathered from exile. Young, pitiful, people coming from every quarter. Minds made up with their belongings for whatever lands I led them by sea. The morning star now rose on Ida's ridges, bringing day. Greeks had secured the city gates. No help or hope or of help existed. So I resigned myself, picked up my father, and turned my face towards the mountain range.
So in his tale, before the attentive crowd, Aeneas' single voice recalled the fates decreed by heaven and his wanderings. He fell silent at last and made an end.
Oh, we should all bow. Let's go. We should all bow. Do like the one down. That was so good. That was so good.
I guess so.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, it's a waterfall.
Do the wave.
Do the wave.
The way to-
Good job.